Saurabh Bhardwaj expected to be inducted into the Aam Aadmi Party's cabinet. Two new names have been announced. Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj will be inducted in place of Manish Sisodia and Satyendar Jain. They will be handling the 18 portfolios that was being handled by Manish Sisodia up until his resignation yesterday. Arvind Kejriwal has sent the file to the LG in order to appoint both Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj as the two ministers of the Aam Aadmi Party, given the two jail ministers resigned as of yesterday. To get more on this, we have Priyanshi joining us on the phone line. Priyanshi, the Aam Aadmi Party has finally come out with the two names to replace Satyendar Jain and Manish Sisodia.
Divya, as you must remember that we were just discussing a short while ago that it might be Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj, and now the announcement is out. According to sources, Saurabh Bhardwaj and Atishi are going to be elevated to the position of ministers, and in fact, the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has also sent a file to the Lieutenant Governor proposing these two names to be elevated to the post of ministers. Now, let me tell you something about these Aam Aadmi Party leaders that might be the new Delhi ministers. Saurabh Bhardwaj is an MLA from Greater Kailash, and he is also, in fact, the chief spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. You must have seen him addressing all of those important press conferences by the Aam Aadmi Party. So he is the chief spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. On the other hand, it's Atishi, and she's, of course, an MLA from Kalkaji in the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi, and she is also a senior Aam Aadmi Party leader. And, of course, you must have seen her and Saurabh Bhardwaj, in fact, leading those protests that happened when Manish Sisodia was arrested. So these are the two leaders, in fact, that we were just talking about a short while ago, that they are the senior leaders in the Aam Aadmi Party, and in fact they're seen in most of the protests that the Aam Aadmi Party holds in Delhi. In fact, Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj, you won't see any major Aam Aadmi Party protest or any major Aam Aadmi Party demonstration without these two leaders. And you won't see any major press conference of the Aam Aadmi Party without these two leaders. So, of course, they're senior Aam Aadmi Party leaders, and we were expecting that these are the leaders who will be elevated to the position of ministers. And that is what we are seeing is going to happen now. So let me also tell you which are the portfolios that Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj might be getting. Now the portfolios are education, finance, planning, land and building, vigilance services, tourism, art, culture, labor, employment, PWD, there's health, industries, power, home, urban development, irrigation and water. So these are the 18 portfolios that were under the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, and now these portfolios will be divided between Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj. 18 portfolios to be divided between Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj.
Priyanshi, two very important portfolios that you just mentioned, education and health. Health, that was first held by Satyendar Jain before he went to jail, and then health and education, both that were under Manish Sisodia. We'll have to wait and watch who gets what between the two. Of course, Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj are those two names that have been proposed by the Kejriwal government, and that file has been sent to the LG. Priyanshi, how soon could that process take?
Well, Divya, the procedural appointment could take some time, of course, as the announcement was expected soon, and that has happened now, according to sources, of course. But the appointment process is a little longer. The file has now been sent to the LG, and then there'll be approval. There'll be an approval from the Lieutenant Governor. So that procedure could take some more time. But of course, the appointment will also, the Aam Aadmi Party will try to prioritize the appointment before the budget comes in. The budget for the Aam Aadmi Party was slated to be tabled in the Assembly in the month of March, and that was, of course, supposed to be done by the Finance Minister, who is now in jail. So the Aam Aadmi Party will have to have a finance minister before the budget is to be tabled in the Assembly. So they might want to, of course, fasten that process because, of course, the budget has to be presented. And as you mentioned very rightly, that the two key portfolios of health and education. Now, health and education have really become synonymous with the Delhi model that the Aam Aadmi Party pitches. What they say in most other states where they go to campaign, and also while they picture themselves as a national player in 2024, they say that they are going to replicate the Delhi model, and the Delhi model essentially is what the Aam Aadmi Party has done with schools and hospitals. They say that we've completely changed the image of government hospitals and government schools, and they say that only Manish Sisodia, that education minister, could have done that, and only Satyendar Jain, the former health minister, could have changed the image of government hospitals. So those key sectors were in fact synonymous with the Delhi model, and in fact these two ministers, Manish Sisodia and Satyendar Jain, were of course the poster boys of the Aam Aadmi Party's Delhi model, as of course they held those crucial health and education departments, which really made this Delhi model that the Aam Aadmi Party really promotes. So these will be really hard shoes to fill for Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj, of course, because the Aam Aadmi Party has really pictured Manish Sisodia as the best education minister in the world. They've repeatedly called him that, as they've said that only he could have changed the image of government schools in Delhi. So now these crucial portfolios will have to be taken by these new ministers who, of course, are completely new ministers in the cabinet. Of course, they've not been ministers before. They've been MLAs. Atishi of Kalkagi and Saurabh Bhardwaj of Greater Kailash. Now they're going to take up this new responsibility of becoming ministers in the Aam Aadmi Party cabinet, and not just ministers of any portfolio, but ministers of these very crucial portfolios of health, education and finance, which are very critical for the Aam Aadmi Party.